This week would have been the 80th birthday of iconic martial arts film star Bruce Lee. He died unexpectedly at age 32, but his legacy and his work endure, and much in part to the remarkable efforts of his daughter, Shannon Lee. And in her new book, Be Water, My Friend, The Teachings of Bruce Lee, is available now. I've been reading it. It's incredible. Shannon, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You know, there was a sentence that really spoke to me. How does one honor the plain fact of their DNA while at the same time understanding that it doesn't mean anything about one's own soul? Or does it? Throw in my decision to spend a good portion of my life protecting and promoting the legacy of one of the humans who gifted me with this life and who has meant so much to me. I really appreciated reading that as someone who is very loyal, very inspired by my own family, and really want to carry on their legacy. And you've done such an amazing job carrying the torch for someone who is so beloved, idolized. He is such an important figure to so many of us.
Well, thank you. And by the way, thank you for expressing that and pulling that section out of the book. So thank you.
Glad. I just love your dad so much, Shannon. I watched all of his movies. I was obsessed. And when I got to go to make Charlie's Angels, I showed them a clip reel. I made like a visual tape of scene to scene footage. And one of my big things was Bruce Lee. And what's it like to have the coolest, most appealing, capable dad?
I mean, on the one hand, it's amazing, right? You're like, yeah, that's my dad, you know? But on the other hand, too, like growing up, sometimes it can feel a little like pressure, but it's pretty awesome. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to say to people like, you know, when people would say, oh, my dad can beat up your dad, I'd be like, no, but really, my dad can beat up your dad. For sure, 100%.
You're like, my dad can beat up your dad, all of his friends in this entire town in one felt swoop.
Exactly. Exactly. No, but I think what you speak to is really amazing. Like his energy, his dynamism, his power, his essence, like, and how comfortable he was in his skin and the way he just sort of like occupied space fully is phenomenal. Yeah.
It was really interesting to me to understand when, please tell me if I'm getting this right, his master was explaining the water metaphor.
I mean, the way he said it is water can flow or it can crash, right? Like water is the softest, most gentle, life-giving, pliable, beautiful thing, but it also can be a tsunami. And I mean, this is like a lifelong practice, right? Like how to find balance and what your particular balance is and what's called for in a particular situation. There's never just like one solution, never just one right answer. Yeah. You know, you have to be present to it.
And I think that's a lot like parenting. Like I have a toolbox for my kids and I try to practice a few different things so they're familiar and consistent, but that tool that worked yesterday might not work today. So I better have a backup plan. And it's funny too, because my mom was one of those moms who was like, I'm just going to try a bunch of stuff with my kids. You know, I had the tap, jazz, piano, ballet. And I can't even tell you how like crappy I felt in a ballet class. I didn't have the body. I wasn't that type. And I finally found karate. And all of a sudden I was like, these are my people. You want me to punch something? I have so much anger that I'm supposed to not let out, but I have it in me. But it was the first time in my life I remember finding a place that I really felt like physically, emotionally, and like character-wise. Yeah. I just felt finally at peace.
Totally. It gives you this sense of, you know, internal strength. I think, which is like the most amazing part of it. More than the external strength, it's the internal strength that I love so much.
Before we go, I also found a detail that I really loved, which is that the San Francisco Giants hold an annual Bruce Lee night.
Yep.
That is so cool, and as soon as it's safe, I feel like I need to go to this because I feel like I will be looking around and going, I found my people again.
Well, you're definitely invited. We go every year, except, of course, for this past year. And, especially this year, it's, as you said, it's going to be his 80th birthday. He was born in San Francisco, so it's his hometown. So anytime you want to come, let's do it.
Well, perhaps next year we can light the torch for your incredible father who made the most important mark for so many of us in this world. I'm so amazed at how beautifully you're upholding his legacy while speaking so many interesting internal truths about yourself.
Oh my gosh. Everything that you said, like you feel this pull, this sort of like spiritual alliance to your heritage that is and isn't, at the same time, it just resonates so much with me. And so I'm really grateful to be able to have a conversation with you, and thank you.
Thank you so much. Shannon Lee, Season 2 of Warrior airs Fridays at 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific Standard Time on Cinemax, and Seasons 1 and 2 are streaming on HBO Max, so you can check it all out. Cute boys doing fun stuff. Thank you, Shannon, so much.
Thank you.